What is going on, you guys? This is Radeon Collider, and today we are back on the Edgecraft server, and a lot of stuff has happened. A lot of stuff has gone down, things have changed, things have gotten better and grown, and a few things have been done on the server itself in terms of work, but the biggest changes come in the server itself. Now, when I started this server, and the first 3 episodes I filmed and posted to my channel of me LPing on this server, were actually filmed on a server that was run off of my computer. So it wasn't a normal server. Like a normal Minecraft server is, dedicated to the server. It's a computer that runs nothing but the server, and it's usually a lot more suited to running a server and handling a lot of people. And so my computer, it had the RAM. I have plenty of RAM. That wasn't the problem. The problem was the CPU of my computer could really only handle about 2 players at the same time. So I couldn't invite people. I couldn't have any more than about 1 person besides myself. And it especially got a lot worse this time. I used to have about 4 people on this server, but it got to the point where things were lagging, connection was bad, just everything was wrong. And so I finally made the jump. The server is no longer being hosted from my computer. It is now hosted through an actual server hosting company. And so yeah, it's a real server now. And the connection's fantastic for me and for everybody, or the other person who's playing on the server right now. And it's like in central United States, kind of in the middle. So wherever you live in this beautiful country, you should have good connection. Now, if you live elsewhere, if you live in Europe, your connection may not be so good. Don't be discouraged though. It might be just fine. But yeah, what I probably should have said already is that we are inviting anybody who wants to join the server. If you want to join the server, if you want to play with us, if you want to make LP videos, if you want to you don't even have to make videos. If you just want to play on the server with us, you are more than welcome to. Just leave in the comments of this video kind of what you do in Minecraft, why you want to play on the server, and what you can do for us. I'm really looking for people who like to do big builds, have, creativity, interesting ideas, and like redstone stuff. And then I'm also looking for people who like to build, people who like small builds, large builds, just like whatever you want to do in Minecraft. If you like SMP, this server's for you. So I'm looking for anybody who wants to play. And if you're a YouTuber, maybe I should mention that one YouTuber is actually going to be playing on this server, and that is Cow Hero. If you don't know who he is, it's probably likely that you don't, I have him featured as one of my channels. I actually know him IRL. We go to the same high school. And what he does is he plays Minecraft as well. He has a Minecraft channel. He has around 100 subscribers, a little more than that actually. So he's fairly popular, and we're going to get him on the server so he can bring you some fame and fortune, if that means anything to you. So yeah, he'll be on the server, he'll be playing. He played on the last server we had, but he didn't really want to post any videos of it because we were already so far ahead of him because he joined kind of late in the progression of the server. So he's on now, he'll be playing, and anybody who wants to play, so please leave your comment if you want to play. And that's about it for server news. So, what have we done on the server? Well, a few things have been done, mostly kind of small redstone projects involving hoppers, because we can make a lot of those now because of the Titan. So the first one I did is a slime farm, and there happens to be dual slime chunks like right below this village here. So if we come down here, you can see I just dug out a slime farm. And when I started this project a few days ago, I thought it would be a really simple, quick project, and it was not. It was a very long, lengthy project because we do not have beacons, we don't have Instamine yet, so digging out this hole took a very long time. I did it all me because the other person on the server was actually out of town during these days, so it was all me. I took out this entire hole. Oh, that's not good. Is he spawning on there? I hope not. But yeah, just kind of a cheap, simple, quick and dirty slime farm, and all the drops actually go up an item elevator into one of the houses in the village, so it's pretty handy. You don't have to go down there to get the drops, so that is pretty nice, and I'll show you right now where the drops come up. So if we come into here and look in this chest, slime balls are coming in. So that's how that works. There's an item elevator, just the regular kind that use a fence and ice and that little plus shape of blocks. I'm sure you've seen it before. So yeah, and then as you can probably see, there's quite a few villagers out and about in this village, and we decided just kind of to convert this little area we had into a kind of a functioning village. So we just put fences all the way around the entire thing and made sure everything was lit up, and put some golems in here for good measure. And so yeah, it's actually, I looked on MBT editor and it actually is registered as a village. So this village and the villager breeder over there are sort of the same thing, which is kind of weird. Like, they're actually considered one village, but yet this villager breeder still works. So it's kind of weird, but it works. We've got villagers in there. Got some really good ones, in fact. Some of them actually will trade iron, or the blacksmiths and the toolsmiths, they will trade iron. And from that, we've gotten some really good stuff. Like this chest plate, I can get really cheap, I think for like 13 emeralds or something crazy like that. Diamond chest plate with protection 2 on breaking 2. That's pretty good. It's pretty good on its own, and if you combine it, a couple of them together, you can get some really good chest plates. So yeah, good trading, good stuff like that. And then another project we did on the server in the meantime is we built this thing. This is a melon and pumpkin tower farm. It's originally a design by Exuma, and it's a really old design, a really old farm, but it works great. Basically, it used to be that you would press a button to harvest it, but now that we have hopper timers and things, I have a hopper timer hooked up to it. It harvests every minute or so. I can't remember exactly how many items I put in it, but it's enough that it's efficient enough. So yeah, it's pretty simple, just melons and pumpkins and the same thing. I kind of wanted to build it bigger, but yeah. I should mention that I didn't really build this. This was more Captain Not-So-Hook who built this. It wasn't me as much. So yeah, that's kind of his thing. We're going to put a beacon that shines right through the water eventually. That will look like really sick, hopefully, because I think beacons can shine through hoppers. I'm pretty sure any non-solid block a beacon will shine through. So yeah, that's in the plans. And then another pretty giant redstone project that I did is I just went ahead and built another tree farm, yet another tree farm. Yeah, I know, I have like 3 of them now on the server, but this one's really good. This is the one by Mumbo Jumbo. This is his kind of traditional tree farm, the one he built first. I think the original design is actually by King Happy, but his channel got like messed up years ago, so it's not there anymore. So Mumbo Jumbo, this is his design, his tutorial I followed exactly to build this, and it's a really good design. You actually get a profit on saplings, and plus the tree grows much faster than in the cheaper design. So it's a very good tree farm. There should be piston pushers back here, but I just have it so it extends out here, stops, and then I just harvest the wood. So yeah, I did that. That's all good. And then one more project we did around here is over here underneath the mob farm. We finally put in a proper sorting system. So if we head down here, there's a little slime block launcher to get you out of there. And we just have this little room here. And if you're wondering what these are, I have a texture pack, and that is, what is it? It's code crafted. So I got some emerald blocks, kind of look like iron blocks, and I really like it. Give me feedback on the texture pack. If there's something you don't like about it, please tell me, and I will change it. I want to make sure I'm not like discouraging viewers because my texture pack isn't perfect. But yeah, we finally got a sorting system and plenty of storage. Got all the witch drops on this side. Oh, I should probably put a sign there, shouldn't I? Let me just do that now. But sorting out all the drops into chests. So sugar, tons of gunpowder because creepers drop those. But you know, we're getting lots of stuff from witches, because some witches spawn in mob spawners now, so it's pretty nice. And then we got just regular mob drops over here, string arrows, rotten flesh. I've been AFKing it a little bit, so yeah. Oh, I should show you one more thing. Kind of etho inspired here. The ender pearl through the lava, and over here is a one-way portal. I'm not going to show you that, but that takes you into the to the nether, and then from there you can go up a little ender pearl elevator to the portal that takes you to the AFK spot. So kind of nice there. Nice little system. And so the biggest thing I've done, and obviously, is make the 64 village version of the Iron Titan. Oh, hey yo, it's the other guy on the server. I made the 64 village version of the Titan, and that is pretty crazy. That took a long time. It took a lot of stuff. It was kind of difficult to do, already having the first 2 water platforms built. If you're gonna think about, if you're like not sure, if you're on the fence about building the 64, build the 64, because it's like it's not that fun having to, you know, deal with the golems, because the golems, what happens is the 4 concurrent golems will spawn, and then they'll be trapped up there. They'll be tarped. They'll be trapped. They won't be able to get down. So then this poppy thing down here will stop, and I almost forgot to put extra items in here. Like, this thing was down to like 32 poppies. It was really close to overflowing or to getting messed up. So yeah, luckily I came down here, put in some rotten flesh or something, and kept the thing going. But yeah, the 64 village version, I'm not sure if it's running at full capacity. I think it's getting close, or at least it's running a lot better than it used to. So that's nice. More iron. And what I'm going to do today, or for this episode, maybe not all today, more than likely, I'm going to start building the storage room for this. And the storage room is going to be crazy, man. It's the craziest storage room ever. Not only is it like really big with lots of storage and lots of chests and stuff, there's like this huge array for crafting and all this kind of stuff, and it's pretty ambitious, and I might be kind of, you know, in too deep if I start this, but I really want to have it done. I really want to have a nice thing, because this is the first thing you see on the server, right? Because this is spawn right here. So you spawn on the Titan. I need a way for people to get down. That's that's one thing. If you spawn on the Titan, you have to literally jump off and make it into like a water pool. I've been jumping into this water pool off the Titan, so yeah, that's not very inviting. I'll try and fix that. That's not so great, but yeah, I want this to be nice. I want this to be really a nice place to go, get your iron, craft your iron blocks. I want it to be really nice for people who join the server, new people, old people, whatever. So yeah, I'm just gonna get to work on that, and I'm gonna start getting the resources for it. So, it is 2015, a new year, and I distinctly remember Mojang saying that snapshots for the new version of Minecraft will be starting in 2015. So, anytime now we can be expecting Minecraft 1.9 snapshots and stuff about 1.9. So, I thought it'd be interesting to kind of give some of my input on what I think should be in 1.9. And one of the ideas I've had a long time would be to implement witches as villagers, and I almost feel like they meant to do this at first just because of how much, you know, a witch looks like a villager just in their design. Oh, lapis, that's nice. So I don't really know why this hasn't been put in, but my idea is that you could purify a witch the same way you purify a villager zombie into a villager, and that villager would trade potion supplies. Huh? How nice is that? Wouldn't it be a great? You can get like, you know, magma creams and like, you know, what else? Gas tiers, things like that. You could trade them, and then you could trade them redstone and glowstone and be traded. You know, it could be a really good villager, and it would just make sense because of how they look. So that's one idea for 1.9, and then across the board in 1.9, I want entities to be better loaded and better handled by the game. I think it's pathetic that entity lag is still such a problem. I think that's really what's holding everything back is lag. If you watch the Zip Crowd, which are really about the most intense technical Minecraft server that exists, I'm sure they are. They're the most intense technical server. The only thing that really holds them back is lag, and they have a really beefy server, and it's just lag. They make all their decisions because of lag. They don't do certain things because of lag. So that's a real problem. That needs to be addressed in 1.9. So that needs to be fixed. But then a feature idea, another one that I had for 1.9, would be actually something to do with ores. And I just thought of this like while I was mining, so that's kind of why I made this cut. And that is to be able to fortune and get extra of iron and gold ores. And let me explain how this would work. You're probably going to be like, hey, that doesn't make sense. Ooh, I like that. That doesn't make sense. You can't fortune iron. That wouldn't make sense at all. Well, my idea would be, instead of getting the block of iron back, like when you mine this, you get the block of iron. And it's called iron ore. Now, what if you mined a block of iron, and you got, it was still called iron ore, but it looked like just like silver redstone, and it would work like fortune. And you wouldn't get as much. It would work like coal, right? You get like, you know, 2 or 3 extra maybe, but that would make sense. It would make fortune a lot nicer. I just thought that'd be kind of cool. Maybe that's not something they should add in, but it would seem like a feature that would be nice, but, you know, not something worth making a mod over, you know, something good for vanilla. It wouldn't be too intrusive. So, yeah. Just getting resources, getting redstone, getting things together for the Titan storage building. Also, Mojang, you need to fix this. Whatever this is. I don't know what it is, but it's annoying. You know, sometimes I just kind of get carried away, you know. I meant to make some more progress updates, but I just got going and building. I just realized after I got all this done that I hadn't made one progress update. So, here we are. I got all the resources together, and they're in these chests right here. Lots of dark oak, some sand, iron blocks, which I'll be making as I build this thing. And that's only the first part of it. Don't think that's the whole storage room, but yeah, that's the first part of the storage room. Now, it is actually a new day. I meant to do this yesterday, but my connection has been terrible to the server. I don't really know why, but it's been just really spotty, really bad. Been having problems. And another problem I've been having is this poppy thing keeps crashing my game again. So, I finally had to come up with a solution. The problem was that when this thing would fill up, this, what is it? This dropper or dispenser here would fill up all the way with poppies. It would start using the comparator, and it would fire off more than one into the portal at once. And every single time I did that, the game would crash. Every single time. The poppy would fire in, and then another one would fire right after it, and the game would crash. It would be a ticking entity problem, and it happened over and over, and I was sick of it. And so what I was doing for the last week actually is just dumping the poppies out by hand. So I just take poppies out of here, out of the hoppers, and I decided I was done with that. So I came up with kind of a simple solution to it. So basically right here, we have a hopper. And as you know, hoppers, or you may not know this, hoppers, when they're facing into another hopper, they will take priority over the hopper below them, over the hopper next to them. So if it can put poppies down here, it will, right? So this will always be full. This hopper and this dispenser will always be full of poppies. But when they're both full and there's extra poppies, poppies can't go down there. So they go into this chain of hoppers, into this thing right here, which is basically just a dispenser that dispenses it onto the cactus and destroys the item. So that solved the problem. You might see it come through and see it work. Maybe not. We'll just see. Might see some comparator action, but you get what happens. So yeah, that solved the problem. That was kind of my own little DIY fix. It worked just fine. No longer having the problem. I think you just saw it happen there, firing out. And then also, I ditched the. I don't know if I showed you guys this. This is the temporary storage, 8 double chests. Yeah, this was not enough in any way. I was literally just dumping iron out onto the ground because I didn't have space for anything, for the blocks or for anything. So I just was dumping it out onto the ground. And also I was kind of running out of time to craft. So finally I set this up. Basically just sends the items up into an item elevator, and then they go into the hopper array up there. So pretty good system. Get lots of iron in these chests. And you may or may not know what I'm going to be doing here with this crafting setup. And I don't think I want to spoil it just yet. I want to wait until I have it all done. But this is actually the crafting portion of the system. So iron will flow into these chests down here like this. And once it does, you get to craft. So until then, though, you don't get to craft. You have to wait until they all fill up. But I'll show you how that works and how it's a really efficient crafting system once it's done. I don't want to show you yet, so I will just keep working away. I think once I get this section done here, I will show you guys. But until then, I will just keep working. Alright, progress update time. I got the next part of this build done, and that is this here redstone piston door. And it's kind of my design, and it's a 2x2 door. You might be thinking, like, this looks way too big for a piston door, and you'd be right. And the reason for this is it has to be vertical. There has to be pistons in the floor and pistons in the ceiling. And maybe I wasn't searching for the right thing. Maybe I'm just kind of a dunce. but I couldn't find any tutorials on a piston door like this, so I kind of designed one myself. I'm not proud of this. It is some ugly, fat, ugly looking redstone. Not proud of this at all, but it gets the job done. Gets the job done quite good. As you can see, if we test it, there you go. Works just fine. So I'll get this line hooked up to some pressure plates on both sides, and that'll be great. And then on the inside of this room, oh, oops, shouldn't have done that. I need to light up the top of that. That creeper just came down and blew up some stuff a little bit earlier. But not much has changed. Just kind of got the floor in, some dark oak there. But yeah, I'm going to keep going, trying to get this room maybe entirely done. And maybe that'll be all I do for the episode. The whole front part of it might be a different episode. But at least now I have storage, you know. The iron is not just getting, you know, deleted. So that's a good thing. Alright guys, I got the storage room done. You can hear the iron golems dying out there. I got the iron coming into these chests. And I just kind of did a little bit of decorating here and there. And I went ahead and finished the room. It's pretty ugly, it's pretty barren. But this is actually the part that's going to be hidden behind the next part that I'm going to build in the next episode. So this is what I've got so far. So basically, all the current members on the server each have a chest, and so basically you would dump your inventory into here, and then what you would do is, I haven't set this up yet, there's going to be signs and a little directions for how to craft iron, and what you're going to do is you're going to fill up your inventory with iron blocks. You're going to have like basically, how's it going to work? You're going to have 5 slots of your inventory open. Wait, yeah, and then you're going to have an axe, like either your axe, or I'm going to put axes in a chest, and one of each type of chest. And so basically what I'm doing here is I'm almost exactly copying what the Edgecraft did for their iron crafting setup. So basically what they have is an array of chests just like this, and they would break the chests and make the chests into iron and things like that. Things like that, what am I saying? They would make chests, they would make the iron into blocks, that's right. So basically how this works is you go in there, you break all the chests, and so you only have 2 slots of your inventory with iron in them, so the iron's going to go everywhere. It's going to be all over this floor, and then once you've done that, you would hit this button, the water's going to push all the iron right to the crafting table, so it's nice and handy, and then you can craft up your iron. So, pretty simple. And I actually have this design built up in Creative, and the only difference between this one and the one in Creative is, in Creative I actually had a water stream and a huge array of hoppers, literally a row of 30 hoppers to collect the iron blocks, because as you know, a single hopper can only really pick up 5 stacks of something at a time. So when you think about it, if you craft all of these blocks into iron, or even a full inventory full of iron, and you just chuck it into a hopper, the hopper is not going to be able to keep up at all. It's gonna, it's gonna fill up, it's gonna overflow. You're gonna lose some items. Items are gonna despawn. So I had this giant array of hoppers, like literally. I think I did the math and decided I needed at least like 30 hoppers in a row. And if you haven't seen this kind of array, it's pretty common. It's like a row of hoppers, and then the items travel like on the edge of blocks like this, so that they only go into, so that yeah, they get the speed boost, but they can go in the hoppers too. So I was gonna have that, but then I just decided, that's too much. That's too much extra, and why not just like shift click it into a chest? It would almost be faster. It actually is faster to just do the thing where you would double click into a chest like that. That would be faster than throwing it into an item stream. So I just did that, and basically I decided that the reason I have 4 chests here to pull the iron out is there are 32 double chests right here, and 32 double chests are gonna make a little bit more than 3 double chests of iron blocks. So basically, I don't want you to have to sit here with an inventory full of iron blocks waiting for the hoppers to suck out the iron. So I have 4 double chests. So even if you craft all the iron in this chest array, you will be able to fit it into these chests. So, and then these chests are not the storage. Don't think these chests are the storage for the iron blocks. They're going to be sucked out and then go out to the front. And the front part is what I'm going to show you next. It's not done yet. I haven't done the storage for the iron blocks, and that's going to be a big project. That's the kind of ambitious part of this. There's a ton of hoppers, tons of resources that will go into it, so I'll do that next episode. But for now, I will show you what I did here. I got this piston door, kind of finished, spiffed up, got some glowstone in the ceiling, kind of illuminating it, and I really personally like the look of redstone just kind of lit up. So I left the glass in here. I could put something there, but I like the glass, I like the look of it, seeing the redstone. And so basically I hooked up the door to some pressure plates on both sides. So you come through, and here's the biggest change. Look at that. It's an iron golem. Isn't that pretty? Let's get a screenshot. Oh, it's beautiful. Not really. I need to figure some stuff out. Originally, these were going to be wool. Gray wool. But, I couldn't find any squid. So I just thought, hey, you know, stone will look fine, right? Not really. Stone isn't really doing it for me. I think I need some light gray wool in there to make the iron golem face. And then also this glowstone. I built this in my creative world, and in my creative world I have the daylight cycle turned off, so it's always day. So I didn't see it at night. And at night this thing looks pretty bad without any illumination around it. So I went ahead and put some glowstone in. I'm not crazy about that. Please tell me what you think of it, if you have any ideas, especially for this iron golem face. If you have some idea for different blocks or different things I could do to make this look a little bit better, please tell me in the comments. But yeah, this is only the first part of it. On each side of the iron golem face, going back basically to my chests, that's about how long it is, is going to be tons and tons and tons of iron block storage. So that's all great. So yeah, okay, well, one thing I did change, up here for the iron block storage. Oh, I forgot to put a block here. How stupid of me. Yeah, iron blocks have just, or iron ingots have just been shooting out all over the place. Very smart. But yeah, I redid this thing a little bit. I decided that the way I had it before, all the iron would go into this whole row of chests, then this row of chests, and this row of chests, and I decided that would take too long, and it's kind of difficult to access. You can't access them all at once. So I have it now so it kind of equally divides the items. Well, not perfectly equally, but it's a system that I can't remember who designed this, but it's been in the game for a while. People have been using it. I know Tango used it for his hopper array, or not his hopper, his chest array thing once upon a time. Ooh, is it not working still? Huh. Are things getting stuck in the hopper somewhere? Usually you see this comparator go off when we get some iron going up here, but I don't know. I'll look into that, but yeah, I've seen this before. It works really well. It doesn't necessarily equally distribute them, but if there's 5 iron ingots going into this thing, then it will go into 5 different chests. That's basically how it divides it. So if you only put in 2, if it consistently got 2 every single time, then only ingots would go into here. So that's kind of a flaw of it. I might actually just go back to the original system, but for now this is working fine. If it even works at all, I haven't seen any iron going in here. It's a little bit concerning, I would say. Is it just going down into here? That would suck a little bit if after all that it's just going down in there. But yeah, basically it powers the hoppers. The items all get spread across these chests, and then once it gets to the end, the comparator detects it, and then lets all the items fall through. So it just does that over and over again until things get sorted out. And one thing I want to mention is I don't really understand, but this Iron Titan is actually not making as much iron as it would be supposed to making. Supposed to be, what am I saying? Supposed to be making. Let me just test this really quick. Okay. It looks like it works. Okay. But it's not actually spawning as many golems as I would have expected or anticipated. And I don't really understand why. Because I did everything right, followed the tutorial, all the doors were placed correctly, and I checked in MBT Editor, and I have 64 villages. Every single one of them has 22 doors, and every single one of them has 43 villagers in them. So, plus this thing down here is working correctly. It's the villages have not merged, obviously. So, I don't know what's wrong with it, but I'm not getting the rates that I would have really liked to get or anticipated originally. See, I might want to put some extra hoppers around there. I'll figure this situation out, no worries. But yeah, I will try and figure out what the problem is, because right now there's like no golems in the whole system. Okay, now there's one. You can see the entity went up. That's one thing that's actually kind of handy about this. It's just far enough away that the only entity that you can see from the bottom is golems. Like if I were to go up, let me just do this for demonstration purposes. If I go up like this many more blocks, see, you can see all the villagers. There's 44 villagers. From down here from the ground, I should be telling you where I'm looking. If you see the entity counter on the top left of the screen, right now it says 0. That's because there's 0 golems, but we're just out of range of the villagers, but we are in range of the golems, so when a golem spawns, we can see them up there. That's what I was trying to say. So that's pretty handy. I like that a lot. I am out of food. And I think I'm done for the day. So this is this episode, guys. I hope you liked it. Please subscribe. Please suggest anything in terms of what you think these episodes should be like, if I should change things, improve things, especially suggest things building-wise. I'm not the greatest builder, as you could probably see by now, I mean. So if you can help me with that, that would be fantastic. Oh, no. If you can help me with that, that would be fantastic. I can't even get away from this guy. But yeah, if you can help me with things, that would be great. So please leave your feedback. Please do whatever you want to do, comment-wise. And also, please leave your application for the server. Or not really application, just tell me why you want to play in the server, if you want to play in the server. Because we are looking for new people. As you saw back there, there are 4 people on the server, and that is not enough. We want tons of people. We want people doing stuff all the time. So yeah, please tell me if you want to be on the server. And that is it for you guys. So thank you guys. See you in the next one.